Hey Rick, you know that soft corner? I've gone and got myself stuck, mate. I wasn't in full drive. Can you come and snatch me out of this?
Yeah, copy that, mate. I'll be there in a second.
Thanks for coming back, Ricko.
Oh mate, she's definitely stuck. Well, Matt's gone and gotten himself stuck, and there's no shame in that. It happens to all of us from time to time. Now, in this situation, the first thing that we need to assess is the safety aspect. Is it safe to recover this vehicle? In this situation, yes it is. There's no real danger of a rollover or anything like that. Now, the second thing we need to do is assess what type of recovery we're going to do here. Now, being that it's fairly soft terrain, we're going to go with a basic snatch recovery. Now, perhaps if we were stuck in some rocky ground or something slightly uneven, we might use a winch. And if you'd like any tips on winch recoveries, make sure you check out our other clips. Well, Matt, I reckon we need to go get some gear, mate, and get you unstuck.
You beauty. Let's do it. So we've assessed that this situation is safe. Now we're going to go through the procedure of setting up a snatch recovery. First thing we do is we get a good pair of gloves on so we don't damage our hands. Then we get out our snatch strap and we roll it out in a nice flat roll like that. You don't want twists and bends in the strap. That's just not a good thing. Get out your rated shackle. You put that rated shackle through the eye of the snatch strap like that, and then come down onto your approved recovery point on the vehicle. And do that D-shackle up nice and firm. Some say that backing the D-shackle off is a quarter turn is a great idea as well. I personally don't subscribe to that. I just nip it up by hand. If I needed to use a shifter to undo it later on, that's fine. We then get our recovery damper and we put this over the middle third of the snatch strap, and that's because if the snatch strap breaks, the whole situation is controlled and the strap will be brought to the ground. Nobody gets injured. On the rear of Rick's vehicle, we're using a hitch receiver, and that's because it's the safest recovery point. The temptation can be to use a tow ball, especially when it's all going bad and you're getting excited. Never ever use a tow ball. The golden rule of recovery is to use the safe, proven techniques. Now that we've got the snatch strap safely connected to both the vehicles and the recovery damper fitted to the snatch strap, there's two other things to be aware of. Firstly, lay the strap out like this, and that'll give us enough area in the strap so that when Rick takes off, it creates momentum, stretches the snatch strap out, that stores the kinetic energy, which is what recovers me from the bog.
Of course, the number one golden rule with any recovery situation is safety first, and that means making sure that there's nobody within cooey of the vehicles that are doing the recovering. The second most important thing is communication. There needs to be a clear and open line of communication between the two vehicles, and in this instance we're going to be using UHF radios. Now, in a snatch strap recovery situation, there are two vehicles, and the driver of each vehicle has a very specific job to do in order to carry out the recovery safely. Now, I'm in the recovery vehicle and it's my job to create momentum that's going to allow that strap to do its job. Now, to do that, I'm going to select second gear low range, or if I was in an automatic, I'd select drive and low range, and I'm going to take off at a speed that's going to be enough to create momentum, but nothing silly. You don't want to be going too fast because that's when accidents can happen.
As the driver of the bogged vehicle, it's my responsibility to have the vehicle in first low and driving so that when the snatch strap takes up, I'm ready to go. Now, once I'm clear of the bog hole, it's my responsibility also to tell Rick that I'm clear of the bog, and it's all good. Okay, Rick, when you're ready, mate, go for it.
I'm making 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, Rick, all clear, mate, thank you.
Yeah, mate, good job.
Well, there you go. That is a textbook demonstration on a safe basic snatch strap recovery. Now, one more tip before you go. While it may be very tempting just to bundle the strap up and throw it in the back of the four-wheel drive before you head off, take the time to roll it up neatly. That means you're not going to have any knots or kinks in it, and next time you need it, you can get it in a hurry, and that's going to be very handy if you find yourself in an emergency situation. If you'd like any more tips and techniques on recovery situations, make sure you check out our website at offroadadventureshow.com.au.